What's going on, guys? It's Adam P, and welcome back to more Newcastle United transfer news. It's currently midnight in my household, and we are here talking about Alexander Isak and what has been truly a mental few hours at this football club. In the space of 4 hours, we went from Alexander Isak's statement. This is the first time, by the way, he has publicly spoken about his summer at Newcastle, going into detail about how he's been broken promises from this football club, to then going to Craig Hunt, post an exclusive article. Newcastle, in response to that statement, has now said no, he's not going anywhere this summer. That's it. The foot is going down. And within the last 20 minutes of me recording this video, we now have an official Newcastle United club statement going into detail. And that's before even looking at examples like Bruno on his Instagram post, taking digs at Isak. And it's just truly been a ridiculous few hours at this football club. So I'm here to tell you the full timeline, to show you everything that's happened, and just to explain where things are going to go next. Now, from me, it will be a double upload today, including likely a trip to the training ground. Alexander Isak is supposed to be training by himself today. Of course, he has stupidly made this into a massive story, so you can imagine there's going to be a lot happening at the training ground today. So I'm going to be there, I'm going to see what's going on, and we're going to check in and just see how Newcastle United is doing ahead of Liverpool. That's our next match in the Premier League. We're playing Liverpool next Monday, so it's just one of those ones where what is going on? I just can't believe it. If you guys are new around here, make sure you get down there, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate your support as always. Make sure you do join the journey so you don't miss out on what is going to happen next, because now it has reached boiling point. Newcastle has responded, Isak has responded. It has now, unfortunately, truly went public. It is a situation where Newcastle, so far, has got control of. They've been brilliant, by the way. I think the club statement, I think the situation has been superb from Newcastle and expertly handled under very tricky circumstances. But we're going to take you back now. It started off today, the PFA Awards down in Manchester. So Isak has been nominated for the PFA Awards. He's decided not to turn up because of the current ongoing media speculation surrounding him. And just to let you know on the results, Alexander Isak was named in the PFA Premier League Team of the Year, so he actually would have been awarded if he was down at the ceremony. And because of that announcement, Isak then, with what looks to be advice from his agent, doesn't seem to be a statement directly from him. He's posted this massive statement on his Instagram page. I'm proud to be recognised by my fellow professionals with a place in the PFA Premier League Team of the Season for 2024-25. First and foremost, I want to thank my teammates and everyone at Newcastle United who has supported me along the way. I'm not at the ceremony tonight. With everything going on, it didn't feel right to be there. I've kept quiet for a long time while others have spoken. That silence has allowed people to push their own version of events, even though they know it doesn't reflect what was really said and agreed behind closed doors. The reality is that promises were made, and the club has known my position for a long time. To now act as if there are issues that are only emerging is misleading. When promises are broken and trust is lost, the relationship can't continue. That's where things are for me right now, and why change is in the best interest of everyone, not just myself. Are you for real? Seriously, are you for real? This is a football player who is contracted to Newcastle United. Bearing in mind, we have a match against Liverpool next week at St James's Park. You've already seen this summer how damaging this entire situation has been on Eddie Howe and his players. And to see Isak actually do this and to fully go against Newcastle United is truly disgraceful. You can't defend that at all. Now, I've seen Liverpool fans celebrating this like it's a massive deal for them. Have some shame. Look at the state of that statement and tell me that he should be doing that at Newcastle United. No way. And do you think it's ironic that he doesn't speak about Newcastle United fans at all in that statement? Do you think it's ironic that it's all me? He never mentions Newcastle fans. He never says how he feels sorry for anyone else. It's all about him and all about promises that's been broken to him. No one will defend this guy and no one's going to believe this guy, because the only evidence we have is the actions of this man, the actions that he's done throughout this summer. And look, watch my last YouTube video. Despite everything that's happened, I've continued to defend this guy And deep down, I don't want to defend him. I defend him because Eddie Howe has continued to state in our press conference that he wants to reintroduce Alexander Isak to the squad. So as a supporter, I'm backing Eddie Howe. I'm doing what he wants to do to Isak, and I'm treating him the same way. I don't like what's going on, but I continue to defend Isak, and I continue to be the most positive Newcastle United channel about this guy, because I want to believe that this guy can truly come back into our squad and actually crack on and help achieve things at this football club. And this is the way you're going to treat these fans now after the summer we've just been through. It's truly unforgivable. I'm not going to I'm not going to Jeff, I'm not going to bang on about it, but that's disgraceful. I'm not buying it at all to come out in such a malicious way towards our football club. You're getting paid £140,000 a week. Stop with this. Oh, I've been broken promises. I've been told this. I've been told that. You're on 140 grand a week. Wake up. You scored 6 goals at Real Sociedad in your last ever season before joining Newcastle. Look at where you are now. You would not be where you are now without Eddie Howe, the players, and the back end of this football club. To see him continue to villainise Newcastle, to see him come out after the months of saying nothing. This is how he breaks his side and just going into detail. You could have just mentioned the PFA awards, but he's decided now's the appropriate time to dig into Newcastle, and he's blown it. He has truly blown it. And before we even talk about Newcastle's response, even Bruno, within 10 minutes after Isak's statement, Bruno's then reposted a picture of himself proudly wearing the black and white shirt. These are the players we should be backing. These are the players. Bear in mind, Bruno had interest for Manchester City last summer. Did he kick a fuss? No. He cracked on and played for Newcastle United. These are the players we should be backing, and these are the players we should believe in. To see Alexander Isak go this far now to try and push his Liverpool move, it's unforgivable. You talk about legacy, Newcastle. What legacy? It's gone. It's that simple. You will never ever get that legacy back. And he has now truly been punished from Newcastle United. Within 3 hours of that post, Craig Holt has posted an exclusive article saying that Newcastle United will now refuse to sell Isak. That's it. It's not if he goes to Liverpool, it's not what happens next. It's that simple. No, he will not go this summer. And we can ask ourselves the question, would he play for Newcastle again? Would he be in the 21s? Would he actually play for this football club after the transfer window closes? That's a question we answer at a different time. Newcastle stance after everything that's came out, no. At least not to Liverpool. No way. It's not happening. And that's the message now from our ownership. He has tested the Public Investment Fund. He has called out the Public Investment Fund. And he has tested Newcastle in a public space. You just can't. There's no other response to it. You have to keep the player. You cannot allow him to leave after this. You have to stay strong and you have to stay firm. And I'm not accepting we need to let him go. No, it's not even a question. He has to stay. We cannot accept this behaviour at all. He does not deserve that move to Liverpool. This action is not a player deserving to move to Anfield. No way. I'm not having it at all. No way. He's made his own bed and now he will lie in it. Whether he wants to play for Newcastle or not. In the prime year of his career, he will be at Newcastle United. He will stay. And ironically, the player who has pushed so far to move from Newcastle has only drawn him ever closer to playing for this football club. If he behaved in the right way, if he went about it the right way, I'm telling you now, Newcastle would have sold him this summer. But actions like this, he's truly made his own bed. And Newcastle United, at this moment in time, before we mention the club statement, I've said no, not at all. As for the official Newcastle United club statement, so around an hour or so after Craig Hope's article, it's now been stated from Newcastle United, we are disappointed to have been alerted to a social media post from Alexander Isak this evening. We are clear in response that Alex remains under contract and that no commitment has ever been made by a club official that Alex can leave Newcastle United this summer. We want to keep our best players, but we also understand players have their own wishes and we listen to their views. As explained to Alex and his representatives, we must always take into consideration the best interest of Newcastle United, the team and our supporters in all decisions, and we have been clear that the conditions of a sale this summer have not transpired. We do not foresee those conditions being met. This is a proud football club with proud traditions and we strive to retain our family feel. Alex remains part of our family and will be welcomed back when he is ready to rejoin his teammates. Clear bits of information in there. The conditions have not been met. We know what those conditions are. 2 strikers need to come in. I've taught you all summer long, Liverpool fans. I taught you all. 2 strikers need to come in. Isak could leave. I haven't been poking out on my backside. I've taught you that for a reason. None of you listen. I'm continuing all my videos to stay. 2 strikers need to come in to allow an Isak still. No, Adam, Worcester will come in and then you will leave. You're saying one, you go. No, I've made it clear for a reason, and Liverpool fans have continued to be ignorant. You've continued to ignore what I said. That's an official club statement now. Isak will only go if 2 strikers come in, and then we'll allow Isak to go. But especially after his act tonight, we're not signing 2 strikers 11 days. Let's be real. We're not doing it at all. And while Newcastle has not guaranteed that Liverpool won't get the player, that's as strong as it gets. And I feel like, in my opinion, it's the nicest way of going about it as well. Because you have to remember, if Newcastle is now too harsh on Isak, and if Newcastle is too brutal and negative towards Isak, you could distress and upset the player. And I know you guys go, well, good, he deserves that, like you were saying. I understand that. But he is a Newcastle United player. You have to accept the fact this guy is staying at Newcastle despite everything that's going on. So we also need to look after him and to make sure he is as good as possible. And my fear is now, especially after such a strong statement like that, I don't think any Newcastle fans will ever do it, but you do have to make sure that Newcastle fans, we behave in the right way. I do not want to see any form of potential violence or something quite dangerous towards the player. And I never want to suspect or accuse Newcastle fans of anything, because I don't think that would happen. But you also have to behave ourselves. We have to show ourselves in the right conduct and get anger and get frustration, but go about it in the right way. And I've seen, for example, people threatening to send £2,000 worth of Domino's pizza to his house. Like, do not dox the guy. If you know where he lives, obviously don't go there, and obviously do not even think about doxing in social media. It's clearly illegal, and I must state something like that now, because especially how volatile and how malicious it's been from his side. I'm almost a bit scared to see if Newcastle fans would retaliate, because especially in football, in social media, it's quite a boisterous and very emotional game. So we have to make sure we conduct ourselves in the right way. Do not go after the guy. I swear to God, do not go after the guy. Let Eddie Howe and the club control the situation. Do not take that control away from him, because if we do, then we're in trouble. Eddie Howe has it, the club has it, the ownership has it. They've said Isak is not going. He will not go unless conditions are met. Those conditions will not be met, so Isak will not go. The message cannot be any clearer than that. Isak has to get a grip. His agent has to get a grip. They will be punished, and then they'll be allowed to come back into our football club. That's how it's going to go. You can sit there, you can moan all you want. Liverpool had their chance this summer, and the player has ruined it. Don't blame us, blame Isak. You blame the player, because under conditions, we would have sought Isak. So you can come out now and say at Newcastle, we're keeping the player hostage, we're holding him a ransom. No, we're not. Look at the statement he put out and tell me that Newcastle should sell him. No way. We will not accept behaviour of this sort. You would have done the exact same thing, and you would be conducting this now and punishing the player for it, which is what Newcastle will do. Message is clear. That's simple. He's not going this summer, and that is now something that he has took out of his own hands. Over the past few weeks, I've been nothing but nice. I've continued to back this guy. I've been very positive towards this guy. And to see him come out like this, I'm fuming. I am livid. I'm not happy at all, and he deserves what's happening now. He's missed his chance, and he will not move to Liverpool in the best year of his career. He will waste it at Newcastle because of the actions he has decided to make. That legacy and that history he has at Newcastle, you've never seen anything like it. It's gone. Michael Owen, I can't believe I'm saying it. Michael Owen was not this bad, and that's truly something that hits me here. Michael Owen was not this bad. Isak is generally the worst in my lifetime I've seen in terms of behaviour and attitude at Newcastle. It's untenable. You will not ever be able to come back from this. He has to now be able to live with it and to accept it and to be able to move on, have the balls to go to training ground and to be able to look Eddie Howe and the players in the eyes and be welcomed back, and he has to go about it the right way. But for those fans, you've got a lot of apologies to do. You've got a lot of work to do, and I think when he wakes up in the morning, he's going to have fear. He'll have real, you'll call it beer fear, for example, when you're hungover, but for him, he'll be breaking it. He's going to be absolutely breaking it after what is a stupid, impulsive mistake from him and his agent. They're blowing it. And when he wakes up tomorrow and he has to go to that training ground by himself and train, he'll realise, I shouldn't have done that. That's going to be the thing that's going to be around the back of his head. But yeah, a lot of videos come out on the channel as expected, but I'm good. I'm good and I'm livid. I can't make any clearer. But ironically, Isak saga, I'd like to hope it's over now. I would like to hope we are good with it now. But we say it's over for now, but it's only just beginning inside the club. We still have the issue and the question of what happens next. There's going to be a lot of questions of that, but at least we know this window he will not leave Newcastle United.